What's up everybody, Brett here, and I'm back with my YouTube channel Good Talk Gaming, and we're going to be jumping back into Kingdom Rush HD. And we're going to pick up where we left off last time. We were able to finish the Hushwood map, and it unlocked for us the Bandit's Lair. So let me go ahead and read this campaign blurb for you guys. It says, "Great job. You've managed to put those dastardly delinquents on the run. The combined might of your units has crushed most of their roaming forces, but they're fleeing deeper into the forest. We have reason to believe they have a secret lair inside the woods, and that's where they keep their loot. Pursue them, draw them out of their lair, and recover the loot. Forewarned, criminals this successful probably have a cunning escape plan." Okay. So I think that's the one we're going to start with today. I mentioned last time where we left off I was going to try out Ingvar Bearclaw, give him another shot. He might be very good here with his ability to summon ancestors to help clog up any kind of vital choke points. And once again, I haven't done these maps in years and years, so wish me luck. At some point we're going to get back to this. I haven't sat down and done this on my own time since the last time I did it. I want to give you guys the conclusion to this little mini-series, but I don't want you to have to watch me, fail once, twice, 3 times before I get it. So let's work our way through this one, and I promise I'll sit down and figure that one out in my free time, then bring you guys back with a solid strategy, and we'll knock it out and get that boss battle for you. And then after that, we have these demon maps and these kind of spooky forest maps. And that'll be it, and then we'll be able to move on to the next game, which I've already purchased, installed, and it is ready to go. And I'm greatly looking forward to it. The RPG elements in the second game are some of my favorite. The value you get from these games as mobile games is kind of absurd. Alright, just kind of looking around the map, and already there's something that I remember here from my time playing this years ago. I think at some point this path becomes unblocked, and I want to say there might not be. I think this is the final level of this little mini campaign. I think this is the 2-part. Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but let's start setting things up. We have bandits and brigands. Okay. Looking at this position as a solid position for a Dwarven Bombard. We don't have a lot of gold. 800 is not a large amount. So we need to be very specific about where we're going to set up our first few choke points. Okay. We do have 2 exits, and at the moment it appears we have 3 entrances. There could also be more at some point. I'm looking at these outside positions as great positions for my barracks. Like these here would be excellent barracks positions. This perhaps a Tesla. It is simply a matter of how far forward do I want to position my starting towers. And I think this is fine. And I think something like this might be okay. So let's go ahead and position that there. Position this here. Such a way to catch both of these waves. And I'm looking at making this an excellent position for a sorcerer's tower. Still have quite a bit of gold. If you're sitting there listening to me go a lot, I apologize. I'm really trying to figure this out. Making this a unit of paladins, this a unit of barbarians seems solid. This could also be an excellent Dwarven Bombard position. And we can place some mage towers here. Something like this. A bit of wasted gold here in the beginning, but as we upgrade them they should be fine. The first few levels should not be where we struggle. It'll be around the 3rd and 4th level where we really realize whether or not these placements were unnecessary. And let's get Ingvar in the fight, get him that experience he needs. And we're already getting some valuable information. We're seeing that the brigands want to go to the center, while the bandits look to go to the top. So that is worth knowing. Here we can nuke this wave, we'll just get the fire down. I don't want to leak already. That was a bit of a waste at the moment, but that was a tower we were going to build eventually anyway. So let's see how that goes. So our first ancestor gets summoned here as Ingvar gets to level 3. Giant spiders up top. Okay. So at this point, I think it's fair to want to upgrade our guys. We're going to summon them just like that. And let's not let Ingvar die. And I think we're going to need those ancestors to help clog up the bottom row here. Really want to rush some of these Teslas. I don't think the big guys are going to be what causes us to leak. I think it's going to be us getting overwhelmed by lots of smaller wargs and spiders and bandits and things. We're doing fine on wave 3. I actually don't like that as a mage tower. I think this will be an excellent ranger tower position. Perhaps I placed it hastily. And I think we can take these guys out like so. I really wasn't considering air at this point as a major weakness of ours, but it seems to be. Let's just hope we hold. We don't want to miss out on the gold, that's the main thing. There's just too much gold in airwaves to leak to them. Oh no.
Might and reinforce.
Let's get him. Alright, okay. Whew. I was clenching pretty tight on that. And we can just call some fire down right now. Having it hit this wave here is just perfect. But we really want... Don't want to leak little spiders. We really want to get to the Tesla as soon as possible. Down here and right here. They're both very important in us winning this. And we're going to bring Ingvar wherever we think we're going to be numerically overwhelmed. Because as he levels, he's going to be able to call more and more of his ancestors, which will help us clog up the battlefield much better. We're going to place these guys here. Let's drop some fire. Hope to get some good placements, and we did. Nice and lucky. And there we go, overcharged tier 3. So we'll be able to clear out the chaff quite effectively now. Didn't see what we called. Hopefully it's nothing too overpowering. Okay, it's these guys. If you'll remember them from the last map. They have great armor and they do magic attacks.
To battle!
So they're somewhat unique. And we're just gonna rain some fire on these guys. Let's not mess around with them too much. And this will certainly be an excellent musketeer garrison.
Freedom!
Easy wave. Let's get Ingvar in there. Thinking about our next upgrades, we certainly want our Dwarven artillery to be upgraded. I'm thinking about actually selling one of these and changing it out for a musketeer. But it is able to hit from this position, so even unupgraded. So let's see. This may be an excellent Big Bertha position. And there he goes in the bear form. Call early for a little extra gold. Yeah, this will be an excellent Big Bertha position. Unfortunately, I think getting the Tesla, the reduction in range might be just a little too brutal for this position. It would still work, but in moments where the units are just outside of its effective range. The Tesla is just so much more powerful than Big Bertha. Let's not let Ingvar die. We can micro him back. And we'll get the upgrade there. So good to go. And I think it's even safe for us to call early. And there is air down here. And we look to be safe on all fronts. And we can look to get these upgrades here. So I like getting the Sorcerer Mage in the front to increase our range damage, or our physical damage. And to give that slow, and then eventually we'll get the Elemental unlocked as well.
Back to the shadows of hell.
We can do the same thing there. Call early. Let's not miss out on any sweet gold. Just taking my time and really considering the options with these final two towers. I'm even looking at, this would be another good location for something like an arcane tower. And this is a tower that I'm considering changing at the moment. Let's do it. If I'm remembering this map correctly, and I think I am, spoiler alert, I think the boss rolls right through here as if it's one lane, and having him surrounded by super high DPS towers is going to be very effective. A little bit outside of the range there to stop him, and of course they're all going north. Yeah, unfortunately these melee heroes, especially the ones that don't have high armor, they're just so hard to level quickly. we're gonna try not to leak here. It's pretty hard in bear form, but we want to bring him back. Bring him back within range of our towers. Get some sniper shots going. I'm going to grab another sorcerer mage. And I think that's going to pay off in the armor reduction that it's going to provide. All of these guys are very heavily armored. Get up there, Ingvar. Let's level you. And we can get ourselves a nice golem. And we can get another one and sit him perhaps right there. Will be a good spot. And I want to call these guys early, and I think I will. Yeah, and I'm going to sell that. If this map ends up the way I think it will, then we're going to wish we had something that could hit this range, and that's going to be the Musketeer Garrison. Let's drop some fire on these guys. Also, having another sniper shot on the field is not a bad thing. And we can get another level of that supercharged. Ingvar goes down, not a big deal. And we'll see how that goes there. And we're going to upgrade that just to quickly rush out the next 3 guys. And I'm looking at getting another Ranger's hideout here, because once I'm able to upgrade them, and we're getting to the end of the waves here, but I'm looking to get Poison and Wrath of the Forest, and then Poison and Wrath of the Forest again. So that by the time any units, or the boss gets through here, or any of these other higher tier units get through, they're going to also be facing that Poison again. It'll just keep stacking. So that's my thought process there. Call a bit early. Let's get some more poison. And these guys need to be some barbarians for us. And we've got sniper shots on all of those. Yeah, drop the fire. And we have a lot of gold to play with. We can start upgrading our guys. Our little barracks buddies. Get Ingvar in the fight. He still has low armor. He has a high HP pool. These guys do magic damage, so his armor is not really a big factor here. Alright. 500 gold. Let's make sure we have the ranged attacks on our barbarians. And some shrapnel shots here could help us clear the AoE. Or could give us some AoE to help us clear these waves, rather, I should say. And there also is a nice burst of damage. Some lucky shots on these meteors. I like that. Ingvar's up to level 9. And I think we're doing fine. We do want another elemental. We're going to put him here, because if my memory is correct, having another battle line there is going to be valuable. Looking around for ways to increase our DPS, and I think if this is, there we go, the Kingpin. So that's the boss. And we're going to call a little early to hopefully get some gold. Let's, very expensive, but let's get the maxed out poison arrows on this front tower, and I think that's going to be sufficient. And we can also get whirlwind on these guys. If they make it past the paladins, they'll still have to try and get past. Look at that big Jabba the Hutt looking dude. He reminds me of the, for any of you who might play like Warhammer or Total War Warhammer 2, which is something that I do play on my channel. The Ogre Kingdoms is a faction that we're hoping is going to appear in Game 3. And he looks like the faction leader for the Ogre Kingdoms. The guy who rides around on a big throne. Yeah, let's make sure our backline is resilient. We don't want to leak at the last moment. So he hasn't taken any damage yet. He throws out coins, and it looks like he heals himself when he eats. So we're trying to hold him back. Get some more paladins in the front here. And we have a lot of gold, so we shouldn't hesitate to upgrade here. Give ourselves more poison, more AoE. And we're able to slow him down. Get some, see if we can hit him. Let's stop him. Drop some fire direct on him. Yeah, he does heal when he eats. So let's get him standing in the fire. And we got him. I am the law. It's the achievement we unlocked. Little Judge Dredd. Without a doubt, best line in the movie. So that's going to be the end of this little mini campaign. That was cool. Alright, so now we have some options, and we are free to pick between the Pit of Fire and the Rotten Forest. Both of them have this same like portal mechanic. Do I want to fight magic resistant demons or these guys? You know what, since this is something of a continuation, it appears, of like the main story, I don't think that's actually the case, but let's go ahead and get into there. Man, we can bring a unit we haven't tried very often. Let's bring in Bolin Farslayer. Let's see how he does. I didn't find him to be particularly strong when we used him, but he can attack air, and he does do physical damage, which is good against the magic resistant demon units. So yeah, let's try Bolin. This might be his level. And let me go ahead and read you the campaign blurb for Pit of Fire. It says, demons have ravaged our troops stationed at Veznan's tower, leaving a lone survivor. From his terrified mumbling, we've learned that these hellish hordes rose from the depths of the Rift of Cinders. General, you must secure the area, discover the true origin of this threat, and make sure we have truly prevailed over Veznan. So, to battle. Okay. Ugh. Now that I see it, I remember this level being particularly difficult on veteran difficulty. Not sure how hard it's going to be on normal, but I remember it being something of a nightmare. Maybe on like the heroic challenges. Man, I don't remember what the Cerberus does. I don't know if it's something that I can use or that the enemy has access to. But you'll see here pretty much all demon units.
Weapons ready.
So we want to avoid overusing things like mage towers. we only have one exit. But unfortunately, based on my knowledge of this map already, I remember that these cracked areas spew forth like lava. So you look and you see, oh, well, we only have to defend one choke point here. It's just not so. If you place like units on this part of the map, they'll just kill them as the wave goes. So we want to make choke points in front of or behind these lava points. This is a very crucial placement here, and I think this is going to have to be a Tesla tower with overcharge. Perhaps even two of them. And I think we can do something like this. Let's get these guys there. We'll get the bombards going there.
Archers ready?
We want to be thinking about flyers for sure.
Oh, do you feel lucky, punk?
And I'm looking at making our position here focused around this area, and this one's going to be focused around this area. Now, I don't think it's good to ignore mage towers, and this would be where I would normally place a mage tower. It does still cause a slowing effect, and once upgraded, you know, elementals are very good at absorbing the explosions from the demons, allowing your back line to stay intact. This would be a very good position for a ranger tower, but it also would be an excellent position for another Tesla tower, which is how I'm looking at this. I want it to be able to hit, once upgraded, as many waves as possible. Let's see, how far can we get these guys down? Is that max range? It's pretty close. So we'll do something like this. Yeah, and I think that's fine. This could even be a marksman tower to help us defend this area here. How far back are we at this position? We're pretty much at the end. Okay. We still have quite a bit of gold to play with, so we need to make use of that. So this would be where I would do this and hope that that is fine. But we do need to understand the magic resistance of the units. And we want these guys upgraded. And we can try something like this, upgrading the sharpshooter tower. And let's see how this works. And we really want to rush a Tesla tower if we can. And hopefully they don't try and backdoor us. But yeah, they all have medium magic resistance. He's going to explode, and you'll see how much damage our guys do take. Very difficult map. Yeah, these mage towers may just have been a mistake, but we'll see. And a new enemy force already, the Demon Legion. Evil spawn from the abyss, their name is Legion, for they can become many. Great armor, so they duplicate themselves. So this is where our mage towers become useful. We're going to need them to bypass the armor on these units. And we're going to use our summons here, our reinforcements, and perhaps look to upgrade this adept tower. And we should do a better job of staggering our reinforcements so they don't all die in the explosion. But this is tough. I can already tell we're struggling. We're going to need to hit these guys with a rain of fire if we want to stop this. And they are duplicating. But I don't think it gives you increased gold by any means. Okay. Yeah, their duplicating is very hard to deal with for us. Because they seem to be only half HP when they duplicate, which is good. But they still have a lot of armor. And we're just trying to hold them back long enough to get another rain of fire. They're very slow. Yeah, we may have to think our opening build quite a bit. We might be able to stall them here. Yeah, just look how many of them they were able to spawn. So we need to kill them quickly out of the gate. Yeah, I think we need to restart this and try it again. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's not waste any time. I didn't try clicking on him during the fight. Maybe there was an option to pay him to do something.
Might and magic.
Still think this is an important position.
Get some.
We didn't see any demon spawn from this side, although I don't think it's safe to assume that they won't come from that side.
Charge.
And I think these were pretty much perfect positions for them there. Okay. So my big question is, can we get to a Tesla tower? And we can, but this is a pretty bare bones defense. We're gonna need to supplement this quickly. Let's go ahead and build that up there, and we'll clear that wave just to get some gold so we can quickly reinforce here. Call early because we need the gold. Here are the demon spawn. So we know that when they split, they cut their HP in half, or at least the copies have less HP. But we need to nuke them like now. We can't let them continue to spawn, or we will lose. So whatever we gotta do. So there we cleared them. I think now it's safe to get ourselves slightly stronger front line, but then look to get another Tesla tower here. And these two might need to be swapped. I should have looked at the wave before I called it to see if there were going to be any... Yeah, these guys. And we can't afford to leak. Let's get our triple overcharge. That should cover us nicely against the massive waves. And we do have air coming from this side. Yeah, overcharge is doing great. Just need to hold them long enough to let it work. And they don't do a ton of damage, so we can't hold them. Let's move them. Let's let them come forward a little bit if we can. We want them in range of our Tesla. And there you go. There's the lava that we were talking about. Want to make sure he's getting his shots off, getting his experience. Once again, should have placed these guys further back. And we may need another unit of them. Hopefully they don't despawn. Get him. Okay, awesome. And he's even setting up a nice little minefield for us. But the idea is the same as always. Get Paladin front line, get Barbarian back line. And we want to kill these Demon Lords so that they're not making their entire army invulnerable. Tesla ASAP, and we've almost got it. Good thing about the Tesla is with its chain lightning-esque fire, it'll still be able to, let's do this too, super cheap backline. Even when it's not prioritizing the Demon Lords, it's still going to be able to hit them, which is all we need. So another new enemy for us, Flareon, not the Pokemon Flareon. These vile creatures can hurl devastating balls of fire, and they always attack in groups. Ranged magic attacks, fast, magic resistance. So let's check these guys out. Yeah, they're going to be very good at clearing roadblock units. And let's get him back. We're going to upgrade this completely. There we go. And then look to upgrade our Dwarven Artillery in this position as well. So yeah, I think this guy was the perfect hero option. A ranged, of course he dies, but a ranged physical damage dealer I think is what we needed against so many magic resistant guys. Yeah, let's just get rid of some of these dudes, do some damage, and use our reinforcements to separate them. Almost have enough for our Tesla. There we go. And the Teslas are excellent against those splitting guys. Oh man, I tried to move him back at the last second. Saw that coming. And this will be an excellent Ranger Tower if we are able to get it. And we can call early with triple Tesla towers up. All of them having maxed out overcharge, I feel pretty confident about our abilities to hold here. These poor little guys, they die even as they run to their point. But we can start focusing on other things here, and I think one of them is going to be getting a Sorcerer Tower down here. And eventually getting an Elemental to front for these little footmen. So we're getting it, guys. It just took a little minor adjustment, kind of seeing how the waves flow, the first few waves, and then restarting. from there. And that happens. So it wouldn't be any fun if you could figure it out on the first shot, that's for sure. And we're going to get one Wrath of the Forest and one Poison. And after that, we have this very strong little position back here that we're going to want to make use of eventually.
For honor and glory.
And I think we can call the wave early again. We really are clearing them out with the Tesla towers. Let's roll him back. Kill these two Demon Lords, because their ability to make the duplicating guys invulnerable is going to be pretty obnoxious. So let's get them the heck out of here. And we're doing fine. Everything seems to be on lock. And we can get our barbarians back there. Get some knights in that position. And some knights in this position. And we can call early. It's another air wave. And air is not a problem for us at all. Get that oil slick right here. Yeah, air levels for us right now are just free money. And I'm going to get teleport here. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with this position. That wave and being able to call it early and then clear it so easily that we were able to call the next wave early, that gave us a ton of gold. And we have another new enemy, Guilliman. Oversized demons with limited flight ability, able to withstand a lot of punishment. So slow speed, can fly, very tough. So let's check them out. Medium magic resistance, but they have a lot of HP, so 2500 HP. We are able to drop some fire on them, clear out their backup dancers. This should be too easy. Looking at getting a musketeer garrison back there. Yeah, and their flight ability is not going to be a problem. Luckily for us, we didn't go with Big Berthas. And teleport is super powerful against these single big guys. Yeah, we can call early. We're not scared of these guys whatsoever. Good place to drop our fire. Getting lots of damage on them early. And once he sets up this minefield and has his slowing effect going, he's a pretty dangerous hero. We just don't want him in melee. Get more teleport there. We can upgrade these guys at some point. Get some paladins to stand up to the explosive damage. Back him up. Still keeping my eye on this Cerberus. Without remembering exactly what it does. And these minefields are permanent. I don't know exactly how much damage they do, but you could easily bounce him back and forth between waves, leaving minefields behind. Very strong. And right now, I mean, we're clearing this so easily that our gold is just kind of stacking up. We can do our traditional 1-1-1 on the paladins here, giving them healing, greater armor, and a powerful AoE damaging attack. And I think if you're going to get paladins, you want all of that. And we look to be able to call early again. So this is the new enemy. Okay, and he was just waiting there sleeping. Cerberus, 3-headed hounds with very thick skin. They can devour scores of soldiers. Area attack, high armor, mini boss. So that makes sense. Let's buff up our elemental and see what kind of resistance he can put up. They have medium armor, so magic attacks do great against them. And let's drop some fire on them. We don't want them to become invulnerable, that sounds awful. So killing these demon lords is important. Teleportation there. And we're going to use this position. Place that here. Get a hero out of this fight. And the Cerberus is still up, so I think that's fine to do this now. Make sure we're hitting all enemies. And we got him. Very good. And I think those are fine upgrades to get right now. Increasing the poison damage is very effective. And that's wave 15, so I think we've done it. You'll see here we even have an unused position, which could very easily be something like another barracks to allow us to get more DPS. Awesome. Another one down, and that brings us to... Okay, this has to be a boss level. There's a throne. So it's called Pandemonium. I'm going to cut it short here today. We're going on about 48 minutes. That's pretty good. 2 levels down. I don't know if we want to take on 2 bosses in one day. That seems excessive. But Bolin Farslayer did good for us there. We could look to make use of a different hero. Maybe King Dinas? Or Dennis? Or go back to an old favorite, Illyria Swiftwind. Or even Hacksaw. I do value the ability to hit range though, so let's plan on taking King Dinas in the next one and face down whatever demon king is going to be in this level. Alright guys, once again my name is Brett, my channel is Good Talk Gaming. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Lets me know that I'm on the right track with the games that I'm playing, that I'm doing a good job in my videos. Comment if there's something you want to see me do, if you want to see me do any of these challenges, or if you want to see me skip the heroic iron mode stuff and just get straight into the second game. And I would understand certainly if that was the case. I do in my own time like to 100% these things, and if you didn't want to see that, I would understand. It's perhaps a little boring. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every single subscription that I get, and if you do subscribe, leave a comment so I know who you are. And a lot of people have their accounts set to private, and the only way I'll know who you are is if you go ahead and leave a comment as well. Just let me know that you subscribed, and that way I can start talking to you. Well, anyway guys, without further ado, my name has been Brett, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.